What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to Psychologically Gaming. In today's episode of Psychologically Gaming, we're going to be diving into the character Var from Elden Ring. You know, this character didn't really have a great start. First meeting him, he told us we were maidenless, and now we find out that he's one of the surgeons of Mohg. Yeah, in comparison to what he does for a living, I'd rather be maidenless. The psychology of Var is fascinating because when we see him on the surface, we just see an obnoxious NPC who we could do a few side things for here and there that open up the lore a lot more. But beneath the surface and beneath all of what we see, there is so much depth to what this character entails. Now, besides being the very first NPC that greets you in your journey in Elden Ring, Var serves a much greater purpose for the player and the Tarnished. In Var's dialogue, he will say, "Ah, there you are. You claimed a great ruin and you had your audience with the two fingers at the round table hold. What was your impression?" With choosing they didn't seem right, a dialogue will pop up from Var stating, "Aha, your intuition serves you well. My doubts have been piling up, you see. The words of the two fingers cannot be trusted. Truly, not but rambling, senile delusions. I believe that when the Elden Ring was shattered, the two fingers were corrupted, their guidance skewed. Even worse, the fingers harbor no love for our kind. That's the part that irks me the most." He is the one of the only characters in this game that straight out questions your beliefs. This questioning that Var does really sets up the character throughout the entire game and psychologically prepares them for what they are going to encounter, be it destined death, the age of the stars, what have you. Because when we see a character literally outright ask us, "What did you think? What were your thoughts? How did this come across to you?" It's in a way is breaking the fourth wall to a degree and saying, what do you believe in? Where do you hold your values to a degree? Now, I'm paraphrasing here, but after you finish with your quest at the Rose Church, he then talks about how you will be overcome with love, which is clearly an influence from Miquella. What's not so clear is why he tries to kill us. That I'm not too sure about. I don't know why he tries to kill us. Are we competition to him in the eyes of Mohg? Are we something that needs to be fought off because we are about to be Elden Lord? Well, if you're in like New Game Plus 7, it's like, hey, already Elden Lord over here, you're taking me on again, but, I kind of have the upper hand here. So that's one thing I was slightly confused about, because whenever I defeated him, I thought, okay, this is fascinating that at first he was a little bit creepy, but he was always really friendly towards us. What I find really interesting is the final dialogue that is had when you talk to him after invading him. "Oh, Luminary Mohg, please grant the strength you promised. I have given everything. Please, my lord, please answer me. Luminary Mohg. Bless the Mohgwyn dynasty with love." Now here we see with love. Again, from Miquella. But when I see Luminary Mohg, it means, luminous with light. And whenever I think of luminous with light, I think of Miquella. So does Miquella have possible shape-shifting attributes that he's shape-shifting into Mohg so he can manipulate other people within the game? I don't know. That's kind of a thought that I had. Mohg being manipulated, Var, because he was the surgeon closest to Mohg, could have been also manipulated as well. And I think that's highly the case, because he was the one who tamed so well Mohg's accursed blood. So when we look at him from that standpoint, and we look at him as someone who's very, very close to Mohg and very close to who he was, it almost makes sense that Var would be as pushy as he is to a degree to get any new Tarnished that he could to the side of Mohg, because being on the side of Mohg means you're on the side of Miquella. So that's yay for us being on the side of Miquella the fascist. But those are my thoughts so far, and that's today's Psychologically Gaming on the character Var. If I have any more theory or any more lore tidbits, I will be sure to do a follow-up video on this character. But if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. May you find your worth in the waking world, dear hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next video. Umbasa.